Hi, I'm Loretta Barra. I'm going to be showing you how to paint with these fun watercolor strips that come in the watercolor art kit I'm selling on Etsy. You get a brush, you've got how to create more colors. It's a chart just to kind of lead you the way. You will have a reference photo with the 3 paintings that you have depending on your art kit. And actually, I'm painting a small painting today to show you, but you will be getting an 8 by 10. It's on 90-pound watercolor paper. So we're going to start. The thing I always do when I start watercolor paintings is I get some tape and I tape down my painting onto a poster board or whatever surface you have that you're going to paint on. And that way the watercolor paper will not ripple as much, because you are adding water to paper. And with watercolor, to make colors lighter, you are using water, not white paint. So I've got my reference photo here. Let's set it over on this side. I think you can see it. There we go. And I've got my water. And I always have a paper towel close by and a Kleenex. And our little palette, you'll get a clean piece of paper and you'll use that for your palette. I used this earlier. I'm just going to use the other part of it. So we're going to start. Let's start with the red, and the red color here. I've used this already for one painting. There's still a lot of paint on here. So I'm going to grab some of the red paint with my wet brush, and I'm going to put it here and see how I like the color, and I like it. And I'm going to paint right here. Now I've got these circles here, but to save time right now, I'm just going to cover them. If you want to have them white or a different color, just paint around them like so and leave it white. But I'm just going to cover them for now. Now, the thing about watercolor, you want to kind of work quickly when you have a big area, because you've got to keep it wet to keep the colors, the paint moving. Watercolor, you try not to have too many strokes of paint. It's better when it's smoother, I think. I mean, some people like to use watercolor as though it's acrylic or oil paint. I prefer it when it looks kind of smooth. That's just all your own opinion. And I need a little more paint. I'm just going to put it directly on here and pull it. When I say I'm pulling it with water. See, I keep dipping my brush in the water and I'm pulling the paint over to where I need it. Once again, watercolor is done usually on white paper. So if you have something that's white, just leave it blank. We don't use white paint often in watercolor. Sometimes after, if you forgot to leave a highlight, you can go in with some white paint. But it looks better if you leave the paper white than if you come in later. Okay, and then we've got the candy cane. So let's put that there. And why did I put it there? I wanted to make sure I didn't have too much paint on my brush. So I put it on the palette. And I used the red directly from the paint strip, but you could always add colors to the red or use different colors. I just tend to like this color that's there. It's very vivid, very bright, and I think it's really pretty. We've got red here in the berries. And the bow. And we'll leave that blank inside the bow. We'll leave it white. And we've got a little bit of red here. I'm looking at my reference sheet. Although you don't have to paint what the reference picture shows you. You could use other colors. You could do whatever you want. It's your painting. That's the way it goes. You are the master of your painting. Okay, let's go to some green now and see what we're going to put. Green down here. green leaves. So we've got some lemongrass here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I like that too. Okay, let's do it down here. Now the reference photo once again shows there's white lines. I'm just painting over the black ones because that's what I want to do. It's my painting. Now parts of this are darker green. So let's say I want to add darker green like in the reference. So I'm going to put some green. And to make it darker, I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Clean off my brush, grab a little bit of blue, and put it in here. Maybe a little bit more. And let's put it in here and see what happens. Oh, we've got a pretty dark green. So this is darker on this side. I just figure let's make it a little different color. Dark green. And if I want a little dark green down here for texture, I can do that. Okay, and then green leaves. It looks like there's a little yellow in there. So let's do the darker green leaves first. Oh, I forgot a red one here. So darker down here. And a darker one here. When you're painting with watercolor, this dries really fast, but if this was still wet, I would not be putting this up against there. I would wait till that dries before I come in and paint this green leaf. And this we're going to add a little bit of yellow. Now the pastel orange is actually a yellow color. I'm going to pull some of that in with the green and get a lighter green. For this side here. A little more, let's put a little more of this pastel orange with our green on the palette. There we go, it's even lighter now. Just to give some variety. And we've got some green in here. And now we'll add some darker green on this side. More of the emerald green. Okay, we can add a little of that different tone in here. And I need red again. So let me come back to the red. A little bit of red there and put it in here. And where else do I have red? This is kind of an orange color bow. Let's do, this needs to be green. So do you see how I'm just coming along and doing different colors? Just having fun with it. It's a painting, it's fun. We're gonna put some green in here. Okay, so we need the blue for the package. I mean, you can make it any color you want. You've got all sorts of colors you can make with the color chart, but I'm gonna do it like a reference photo with the blue. It's a really pretty color blue too. I like that. So I gotta come around where I don't want to cover where the bow is, because the bow is orange. Okay, there we go. Now to make orange, usually it's red and yellow, right? So let's try that. Let's try a little bit of the yellow on our palette. Tiny bit of red. And let's see what we get. Did you notice I'm always cleaning off my brush in the water? Okay, that's a little too red still, so let's add more of that yellow, which they call pastel orange, but it's really yellow. And we're gonna add more. Let's see, there we go. Now we've got orange. Okay, so we'll put orange in here. You could wait till the blue totally dries, but I'm here in Idaho, it dries so fast. Everything dries so fast here. that I don't even have to wait when I'm using 90-pound paper. It dries very quickly. Okay, now, if you look, we left that white, but if you look at the reference photo, it's kind of purples and blues, just to add something there instead of just leaving it totally white. So we're gonna make some purple with pink. And that blue we have, let's mix it right there and see what happens. There we've got like a purple, a little more blue. In with the pink. Okay, it's a good color. So I'm just going to just kind of do some little swirly things around here just to give it some color. If I think it's too bright, I can add some water to make it less bright. Maybe we'll add a little more blue. I've got blue on my palette right here. Just grab some of that. It's a little darker blue along here. And little dots. Put a little blue in here where the shadow would hit from the leaves. And we'll do a little more blue down here. See how I just changed the color slightly? And now in here it's a little lighter. And the reference even has a couple of little spots through here. So it's just the shadow hitting the white. Now you could come back and with orange or whatever color and put it along the outer edge if you would like. I'm just going to stop right here. I showed you how to use the paint strips, how to mix colors, use the color chart, and have fun painting. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get more videos from me in the future. Thank you for watching and have fun painting.